So, hello guys. Today we have another guest, Ripan Roy. He has cleared the Geeks for Geeks interview. So, he will share today his interview experience and the questions that were asked in the interview. So, Ripan, first of all, tell us about yourself.
Hello everyone, I'm Ripan, and I'm currently working as an ML engineer intern at a US startup called A21 AI. And I also have recently cleared Geeks for Geeks SD intern 6 months role for full stack role. So I applied for I applied to Geeks for Geeks like around 26th or 27th of January. A week later, an HR from Geeks for Geeks called me and he started asking me like if it is a right time to talk. So he asked a bit about myself, my intro or what I'm doing right current now. So they after that they told me that they are interested in my profile and they want to schedule interviews. So I need to mention something like was no online assessment round for this role. I was directly assigned to interviews. So, like after 1 week or the after 1 week, the HR that called me, I asked him like to for some time to preparation, but he told me that it is an that they need to fill this role urgently, so they did not give me any time. And after calling, like they called me on Thursday, they scheduled my interview on Saturday. Like I had 1 day of time to prepare just. So I gone through some stuff, basic steps for interview preparation, and I they told me that I will have two technical rounds and one hiring manager round. So it will be all on the upcoming Saturday. So the on the Saturday morning itself, I am at my first round from 10:30. So the first round was a technical round. It was taken by the team lead of Geeks for Geeks, one of the team leads. So it was a technical round. The round was the HR told me that it will be based on data structures and algorithms. So they asked me some questions the first they asked the team lead asked my intro. I gave him my intro about like 2 to 3 minutes intro I've given. Then she directly jumped over to uh, coding question. Oh, yeah, coding question. She asked, now, if you have given me a go down link, there was a question the maximum some first question she has given. It was a pretty standard question. I remembered it. So I directly told her the approach of the brute force approach first, then the optimal approach. And she asked me to code it. Then she also like after I coding it, she mentioned some edge cases like I need to like I forgot to verify some edge cases over my code. So she told me the code will fail on these cases. So like try to fix it. So I fixed it and my coding part was more or less over. Then she jumped over to my projects as well. I had some projects on machine learning and deep learning. She thoroughly gone through my project, one of my projects, and go way deeper into it. And she asked me questions from deep learning, convolutional neural networks, and then I have some deployments. She asked me some questions from Linux as well. Then like what type of server I'm using in my project, my major project. So steps from there and there, and finally she asked me like if my if I have any questions. So I asked some questions about Geeks for Geeks, like about generative AI fields how they're implementing steps on their website right now. So the round went around like 45 minutes. After this, after 5 minutes, after 5 minutes, my interview was first round interview was over. HR called me that he told me that my first round was clear. That I'll be having my second round from Thursday, an hour later, basically.
Okay, so second round was
So
also a technical round.
yeah, second round was also a technical round. This time it will be taken by the CTO of Geeks for Geeks. So I in that, but this time he hasn't mentioned like what type of round it will be. Like before first round, he told me data structures and algorithms round, but this time he didn't mention what type of round. I asked him, but he said it could be anything technical.
Yeah.
So So I went to when like the interview started. He asked me, the CTO asked me to like give my introduction. I gave it. Then he also shared a Google Docs link. I opened it, and there was a question from like design, object-oriented design. So there was multiple classes. I need to design some logic behind it, like the logics of the concepts of object-oriented programming. I have to implement it via the question. So there was multiple follow-up questions over that question. I can't share it right now, but it was a long, very long question.
Yeah.
Around I was more or less able to like implement all the concepts of object-oriented programming into that particular question. The round went around 30 minutes. So like it's pretty similar. To the first round, he asked me some, like after the question, he asked me if you have any question from GeeksforGeeks. I repeated the same question that I asked in the first round. So he told me stuff there and there, then my interview was over. And again, after 5 minutes, HR called me that he told me that the second round feedback was positive. We'll be having a hiring manager round like after 5 minutes. So I was pretty stressed up after giving 2 rounds of interview consecutively. Asked some time to like for the hiring manager round. So my hiring manager round was scheduled for 3 p.m. that day. So it went around like my hiring manager just had a pretty for some simple questions about my background, what am I doing, my introduction. That's it. Like what are my expectations? And like my current CTC and where am I working right now? These sort of stuff. Just background check basically. Not any question. She didn't ask me the question. So this went around 5 to 10 minutes out. And after that, after the hiring manager round, the HR told me that my interview, third round, third round interview feedback was positive. I'll be having an offer letter. So after a day after my offer letter was released, couple weeks for weeks. That's it. That's the gist so far.
दिन में ही आपका दोनों राउंड इंटरव्यू हुआ
हाँ,
that
तीन round. Yeah.
So GeeksforGeeks पे कोड करते करते GeeksforGeeks पे एक
हाँ,
बिल्कुल में क्या एक्सपीरियंस था आपका, क्या जो हैप्पीनेस था?
So GeeksforGeeks, I have been into coding for the last around 2 years. I've been grinding.
Yeah.
So I just since the market is pretty bad right now,
Yeah.
the amount of interview and offers that people are getting is very low right now. If you have to get an interview, like you have to apply for, like I can pretty much guess the average will be around. I think if you apply at 50 places, maybe you can get 2 to 3 interview calls.
Yeah.
So it's pretty that much bad right now. So I am applying daily. I even apply now. Even if I have the offer letter, I still apply to places. Like I'm looking for better offers right now. Like I'm working at a place right now. So let's see what happens. I have the offer letter of GeeksforGeeks as well. So I've been joined there as well. I haven't joined GeeksforGeeks right now. So I have delayed my joining date because I am working at a place. I don't want to leave it so early. So I like it. Let's just learn something and shift to other place. Meanwhile, I'm looking for other offers as well.
So if anyone want to join GeeksforGeeks, then what are the messages you will share that how should they prepare?
Yeah, so for me, I can say like after the HR told me that I'll be having 2 technical rounds. What I did was I jumped over to internet, like search for the previous year interview questions or the last interview question that happened on the first upload their interview experience. But I was not able to find out GeeksforGeeks interview experience questions. They haven't mentioned on their own website. Nothing is there on GeeksforGeeks portal about their own interview experience. They have interview experience of all other companies, their website, but they don't have their the questions from their website. So I found a platform called Code Studio. I found some multiple questions over there, like what they have asked in the last couple of years in their interviews. So I found around 30 to 20 questions. I just practiced those questions and some other questions from my revision list. So that's how I went for interview. I think I don't know if GHG takes an online assessment before full-time role or intern roles, but I didn't have an online assessment round, so it was pretty fast, I think.
Okay. So, if you, I would like you to rate you the interview process. It was an easy kind of or medium or hard.
I could say it will be easy to moderate.
Okay, so
Now, it totally depends on your luck and your interviewer. Actually, my interview was pretty cool, pretty chilled. They didn't ask me so much hard questions. Like they grilled me on my projects. I can 100% tell you. They grilled me on my projects and my design. In terms of data structures and algorithms, I think it was pretty easy to medium. I guess that could be a skill.
Okay, so if you want to, anyone want to go into Gits for Gits, so he or she should prepare for a DSA or just medium question.
Yeah, lead code medium will be more than enough for 3 year Geeks for Geeks. Yeah.
Okay, so thank you, Ripan, for coming to the channel and for sharing the experience of interview. So hopefully it will help a lot of the students who join to Gits for Gits and who are looking for the like interview experience. So that's it for the day. So if you want to share something to the viewers,
Think uh subscribe to this channel. That should be my like ending note, I guess.
okay, so
Thank you.
थैंक यू. सो जैसा कि आपने देखा अभी रिपन भाई ने अपना इंटरव्यू एक्सपीरियंस शेयर किया. सो इफ यू आल्सो वांट टू शेयर योर इंटरव्यू एक्सपीरियंस देन यू कैन कमेंट बिलो. सो इसी तरह इस चैनल पे बने रहो, इस प्लेलिस्ट को फॉलो करो. और भी इंटरव्यू सीरीज आने वाले हैं, और भी इंटरव्यू के एक्सपीरियंस आने वाले हैं, उसको वॉच करो. पता चलेगा कि क्या पूछा जाता है, क्या नहीं पूछा जाता है, कैसे प्रिपेयर करना है. तो आज के लिए बस इतना ही, ख़त्म करता है यहीं पे. जय श्री राम, बाय बाय.